live audience doesn't intimidate you, right?
Not a bit.
Okay. You came from very modest circumstances.
Modest is not the word.
Very few people in the world are known by one name.
They started me with a campaign called What is an Oprah?
You're a big shareholder in Weight Watchers.
That is a sign when Weight Watchers says, let us help you.
Yeah, right. Have you ever thought you could actually run for president?
I thought, oh, gee, I don't have the experience. I don't know enough. I don't know. And now I'm thinking, oh.
Would you fix your tie, please?
Well, people wouldn't recognize me if my tie was fixed, but okay. Just leave it this way. All right. I don't consider myself a journalist, and nobody else would consider myself a journalist. I began to take on the life of being an interviewer, even though I have a day job running a private equity firm. How do you define leadership? What is it that makes somebody tick?
Tweet, tweet. Hello.
Okay. Well, the live audience doesn't intimidate you, right?
Not a bit.
Okay.
I feel right at home, actually. It's the one thing I miss from the Daily Show. You know, every now and then somebody will say, do you miss the show? No, I don't miss the show. What I miss is the people, is the camaraderie, because what I did every day is have my own after show with the audience. So I would talk to the audience probably half an hour to 40 minutes after every show, starting 10 years in. Because at first I did autographs every day, and I'd stand there by road and I'd do the autographs and never look up, trying to get through 350.
Right.
And then one day I decided, oh gee, I don't want to do that anymore, but what do I really want to do? I want to talk to this audience. I want to find out who they are, where they come from. So I started like talking to them 10 years in, and that became my favorite part of the day.
Wow.
Yeah. It was my own personal focus group. It's the reason why we were #1 for 25 years, because I used the information that I gathered every day from people who were the greatest resource. They were the people who were viewers, who had taken the time to come with their aunts and daughters and cousins and a few husbands who would be like, well, I came to Oprah. So that's going to be good for at least 2 months. Yeah, worth of something.
That show was on for 25 years in Chicago, and when you did it, you won, I think, almost 50 Emmy Awards, and it was voted one of the best TV shows in the history of TV. So you ended it, though, after 25 years to do other things, and we'll talk about that, but you no regrets about ending that show. No regrets whatsoever. You know, I didn't want to be punch drunk in the ring, still trying to come up with what is the next thing, because over the years, we became our own greatest competition. So when I first started, went national in 1986, every time there'd be another talk show, I'd be, oh, Geraldo Rivera, oh, what are we going to do? And then I realized a couple of years in that you run your own race better than anybody. If you take the time to see what everybody else is doing, you lose your ground. And that I could be a better me than I could be anybody else, and so no need of trying to compare myself to other people. So once I got that, we hit our own rhythm, and also once I discovered that it wasn't just a show, but that it was a platform in which to speak to the world. And then, that was about '89, when I thought, okay, what do you want to say to the world? How do you want to be used and not have the TV use you, but how do I want to use it? I think the thing that I am most proud of, reminds me of when I had done my school in South Africa. I have a school in South Africa for girls, and I wanted to create this school. This is just celebrated its 10th anniversary. Just celebrated 10th anniversary. I've got girls from Brown to Stanford to Elon, all over the United States going to school. I have 10 graduations to attend in 2017. But I remember when I started the school, and I said to my beloved friend, Maya Angelou, I said, Maya, I'm just so proud that I was able to create this school. And I said, this is going to be my greatest legacy. And Maya said to me, you have no idea. Right. You have no idea what your legacy will be, she said to me, because your legacy is every life you've touched. And that shifted the way I saw legacy or what you leave behind or what you do. Because Maya was explaining to me that
you know, over all the years of watching your show, everybody who decided that they were going to go back to school or lose weight or no longer hit their children or get out of a bad marriage, all of those people who have seen and experienced your voice, and the same thing with everybody here. You have no idea what your legacy will be. Your legacy is every life that you've touched. And we like to think of it, I know you have done amazing things with your philanthropy. We like to think that these great philanthropic moments are the ones that leave the impact or will make the huge difference in the world. But it's really what you do every day. It's how you use your life to be a light to somebody else's, you know, and it's how you use your work as an expression of your own art, whatever that is. So I think I would say the girls, as I get to watch them now graduate from college and move into their lives, but really there is a moment that happened to me just about a year after I went national. There was a woman in Ann Arbor, Michigan, who wrote me a letter that will go on my, well, I'm not going to have a tombstone, but if I had a tombstone and wasn't cremated, it would go there. She said, Oprah, watching you be yourself every day makes me want to be more of myself. And okay. I just don't know of anything better than that. So I am most proud of, and just yesterday, I went to see Notes from the Field with Anna Devere Smith, and in the bathroom, this woman comes up to me and says, you know, I've watched you all these years, and you did so much for me. And I used to just hear people say, oh, I watch your show, I love you, I watch your show. And about 10 years in, about the time I started talking to the audience, I would stop people and say, so tell me, what is it that moved you? Why do you love the show? Why do you? And this woman said to me just yesterday, you helped me to be more of myself.
So,
that's
being Oprah, is it hard to go to the bathroom in these public places? People are, I mean, isn't that kind of challenging at times?
As a matter of fact, it was, because there was another lady attacking me because she thought I didn't do enough for Mrs. Clinton. So then, right. so somebody else came out of a stall, this is yesterday, and said, leave Oprah alone. She's just trying to pee.
Right, okay. So did they follow that advice or no? Okay.
No, and she followed me out, talking about what I could have done, should have done, blah, blah, blah.
Very few people in the world are known by one name. There's Oprah, there's Elvis, there's Jesus, very few people.
And it's only when I was challenged with the idea of changing it that I thought, no, I'm going to keep my name.